Hey guys, in this video I will hopefully explain the type of crop rotation method that I use, how I do it and the benefits of some form of crop rotation. Now this isn't the only way of managing crop rotation, there are other ways, but as I said, this way works for me. So some of the benefits of crop rotation are it stops the build-up of all kinds of pests and diseases specific to that one type of crop if you're just constantly growing the same crop in the same space of land. And it also helps out with some of the nutrition elements that are in the soil as well by mixing it up, because some of these types of plants have different nutritional requirements and they're not always compatible. So there's four main groups that I use, and then an extra fifth group which is like the odds and sods, which helps you out because you can grow this extra fifth group anywhere really and it doesn't knacker up your crop rotational system. So the main groups are your root crops, legumes, brassicas, and I call the fourth group spuds, but it's the solanaceae group, so it's not just potatoes, it's things that are in the same kind of family like tomatoes, chilies, sweet peppers, that kind of thing. And then the fifth group, the odds and sods group, which you can grow anywhere, is things like sweet corn, courgettes, squashes, pumpkins, lettuce, radishes. It doesn't really knacker up your rotational system by growing that fifth group, so you can fit them in wherever you want to. So the way I do it is, right, so roots, legumes, brassica, spuds, R for roots, L for legumes, B for brassica, S for spuds, R, L, B, S. You ready for this? Really love brilliant soil. That's how I remember it. So in the first year of any patch of ground, it could be a raised bed, it could be a row up at the allotment. For example, I might start with our roots. In the roots you can grow carrots, celeriac, celery, fennel, parsley, parsnips, salsify, scorzonera, beetroots, garlic, onions, leeks. It's quite a big group, the root crops. You don't have to start with our roots, but like I say, if I've gone really like brilliant soil, it helps me remember it in that way. So wherever the ground is, start with roots. And then in the second year, where the roots have been, I then move to legumes. Legumes can be things like peas, or mange too, as those are, broad beans, French beans, runner beans. You can also grow sweet potatoes, but they need a little bit of cover, and it's not something I would grow, but there's nothing stopping you. So roots, legumes. Now where I've had legumes in the ground, the type of crop I would plant after legumes is brassicas. And in the brassica group you've got broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflowers, kale, swede, turnips, chard. So that's like year 3 on the one piece of ground, if you will. So then in the fourth year, spuds, or outdoor variety tomatoes if you haven't got a greenhouse or a polytunnel. And that's it. And then like I said, in the meantime, you've got your anywhere group, the odds and sods. So if for whatever reason you don't like anything out of the brassica family, that's fine. That piece of ground, when it's the turn to have brassicas in it, you can put sweet corns in there, courgettes, squashes, pumpkins, lettuce, radish. That's cool. You can mix and match. That fifth group gives you the freedom to fit it in around your main 4 groups. So another way of looking at it is that will be year 1. So I've had a really good crop of onions and carrots. Same piece of ground. Year 2, I put peas or runner beans in there. They do very well, thank you very much. Third year, well, what did I write down that I grew there last year? It was legumes. So this year I'm going to plant brassicas in that piece of ground. And then in the 4th year, we'll have spuds. Now, it doesn't have to be in that order of years. So long as you follow the pattern, roots, legumes, spuds, roots, legumes, brassicas, spuds, you can start off with spuds. So what's going to come after spuds? That's right, root crops. Yeah, because remember, RLBS, S for spuds. Go back to the beginning, it's R. So after spuds, you'd plant root crops in that ground. Which is quite a good way of doing it, actually, because when you grow potatoes, you have to do a lot of digging and stuff on your soil, and you know, when you earth them up and when you harvest them, and what it leaves you with is nice, really fine, crumbly soil, which is perfect for root crops like carrots. They love that loose soil that they can get down into and put the growth on the roots. So that's how I do it. Like I said, there's loads of other ways of crop rotation. I'm not saying that this is the only way of doing crop rotation. Do some research for yourself. Have a look what other methods there are. There's like a free group crop rotation system. There's all kinds of different ways. Right, if anyone else does it that way, leave a comment, let me know. Also, what do you think of the RLBS thing? Really like or really love brilliant soil. So it'll be roots, legumes, rolling away, man. Roots, legumes, brassicas, spuds. Do you like that way? Remember it? It helps me. That's how I help remember it. And another little tip: keep a diary of what you've grown, because a year's a long time. So the next year, it is easy to forget what you've had where. So just keep a diary or draw a little diagram of your growing area, but keep it until the year after, so that you'll know what you can put in terms of crop rotation, depending on what you've been growing there the year before. Right, I'll be really interested to hear your comments on this, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I made a video recently about how I make pancake batter, and this photo is one of the pancakes that Ruby cooked for herself, and on it she's got frozen berries and syrup. She says the frozen berries are like little sorbets. So remember to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks a lot, guys.